It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood, back on the IE Network. This is a IE Network special report. So, we all know about Shanquella Robinson, the young African American businesswoman who was murdered at the age of 25 at the end of October. I believe the date was October 28th in Cabo, Mexico, where she went with her, what she thought was friends, six friends, to celebrate, I believe, two of the friends' birthdays. Now, what happened was Shanquella went out there to Cabo just for everyone's been living under a rock the past 3 weeks. She went out to Cabo, and they, according to her friends, she died of alcohol poisoning. Right, that later turned out not to be true because somebody, I guess guilty conscience, not the best of them, they uploaded a video showing Shanquella being beat by one of the so-called friends that was on vacation with them that she actually paid for, vacation that allegedly she paid for. So we're this has been going on for weeks. Now, first, before I go further, I want to give a shout out to Black Twitter. Now, this is where Black Twitter was very effective, and this is what we should be using it for. Because Black Twitter shined all the light on this case. This case was dead in the water. Mexico authorities had cast it off as she died of alcohol poisoning, even though the autopsy came back and said something totally different. The Mexican authorities just went on what her friend said. Remember, they're out in Mexico and they're Americans. So this case had pretty much went on, had been pretty much done. The family had to spend $6,000 to get Shanquella back home. The friends came back to the family with her so-called best friend, Khalil Cook, who lured her out to Mexico. He was coming to the mother, consoling her every day, 4 days straight, the mother said. Then when the autopsy came back and said she had a broken neck and broken spine and that was the cause of death, all of a sudden the friend stopped coming and disappeared. So he knew that the autopsy had showed something totally different. What they were able to do was buy some time, and they was able to say that she died of alcohol poisoning because the autopsy had not come back. It took a couple of weeks for the autopsy to come back, and then when it came back, that's what it said. She died of a broken spine. All right? So we've been looking at videos for the past couple of weeks. We were trying to figure out if we see the videos, what is going to happen? Are they going to get away with it because it was over in Mexico and American authorities can't press charges? But what happened is because of Black Twitter, because of the people on social media, I'm not just going to say Black Twitter. I'm sure there were some people who were not black who were also tweeting this. I saw a couple of non-black celebrities, so you don't have to just be black. But Black Twitter is what started to shine the light on it. I mean, I'm looking even today, or just yesterday, the New York Times was just now running a story. This is damn near 3 weeks old. But the special report is they have issued a warrant and for the arrest of, they said, the aggressor. Now, the video that we've all seen, we don't need to show it again, is of Dejanay Jackson fighting and beating on Shanquella. That's the video of the beating on her. She hit her over 20 times in her head and kicked her once. All right? And then you just see Shanquella really just sitting there. Now, I don't know whether she broke her neck there because she was sitting up. Right? She was sitting up in an upright position. But then there's rumors of, from what the father said, there was another video of Winter Donovan, who was also one of the so-called friends, of her beating on actually body slamming Shanquella. Now that is what the father reported. That Winter Donovan body slammed, choked her, lifted her up by her neck and slammed her to the ground. And he said after that was when she didn't move. And that was in the bathroom. So I don't know whether she did it, maybe she did across the sink or slammed her across the, she hit her back on the toilet. I mean, who knows? But that seemed to be the according to the father, that was the final blow where Shanquella didn't move anymore. Now, after that, other things came out. Another video surfaced with this so-called best friend talking about, before that, the first video surfaced that, of her going through the house, going through the villa, whatever they rented out, looking for her friends, and they were all seemingly in one room, plotting, probably plotting on how they're going to get rid of her. And then to put more credence to that, another video surfaced of some idiot, this best friend, talking about we have our next dead body. She was sleeping in a hammock, looks like, and he came over her and said, we have our first dead body, body. And he's laughing. It's like a chant. He's doing some sort of chant while she's sleeping in the bed. So this is where it starts getting dark. Was this some sort of sacrifice, some sort of, to prove all their loyalty to each other, some sort of cult initiation? Because what's this chanting that this dude is doing with his sweet self? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. This guy has been to her family's barbecues and been to family events. She said she's known him over 5 years. And he's already been on family trips with the family. He was the one coming back. He originally told the mother it was alcohol poisoning. But then they found out that it was not. So they're saying that they have arrested. Everyone is assuming that it's Desiree Jackson. However, if the father said he saw a video when Winter Donovan slamming her, then where is the arrest for Winter Donovan? Where's the arrest for everyone involved, because they all covered it up? Mexican officials, they should also speak to the examiner who, from the report, says that they suggested that Shanquella go to a clinic, and the friends said, no, just treat her here. See, the friends didn't want that getting out right away. That's the reason why. They said just treat her here. The examiner could not tell that she had a broken spine at that time. So that's the reason why they didn't want her to go to the hospital at that time, because they would have found out right then and there, oh, she's got a broken neck, a broken spine. Right? So the authorities or the health providers sat there and just listened to the kids. Listen to what those kids said. They said, oh, she got alcohol poisoning. So once these videos dropped of them beating her up, then all of a sudden here comes all these other stories. Oh, I heard Winter Donovan, so-called, went live and said, oh, the fight happened. Yes, it was a fight. Now they say it's a fight. Yes, it was a fight because Shanquella did something when she was drunk. She did something crazy when she was drunk, so that's why there was a fight. But she did not break her spine or whatever. They're saying they're just saying that's the cause of death. A broken spine. But she's saying that this Winter Dom is still riding on her story. It was alcohol poisoning. I want arrest warrants for all 6. They call them the Cabo 6. I want the Cabo 6 all locked up arrested, questioned, and locked up. Whoever's going to get the rap for the murder, and this should be premeditated. This should be murder in the first degree due to the fact he was saying we have our first dead body before she died, and they lured her out there to Mexico to beat her up and eventually kill her. So we're going to keep you updated. As soon as I get something else, like I said, right now it's just a warrant for the arrest. Now, there are some media outlets announcing that there has been an arrest, but we have not seen a mugshot or anything. I'm not going to believe it until I see a mugshot. Now, Dennis Byron, who's been reporting on this, said his sources in Mexico said that there is still some red tape that's preventing the arrest. Well, what the hell is the red tape? We've seen the video. We've seen the tape. We saw the video. We've seen her getting beat up. We saw this one dead body by that sweet punk. So, and we saw that they lied to authorities. Right? We see all these things. They're all lying. They're all trying to cover the story up. They all disappeared once the autopsy came back. What's the red tape? The FBI's in on it. Everybody's in on it. Thanks to Black Twitter. Because they were going to just bury this black woman's story underneath the sand and never even touch it. They were just going to write it off as, alcohol poisoning, some sort of accident. But thank God for this is where you say social media really, really paid off. This is what y'all should use the platform for. Bringing these perpetrators to justice. In Mexico, you should handle them with an iron hand, steel hand. Let them know that they're not going to be able to come to Mexico and commit crimes in your country and get away with it. I say throw the book at all of them. Any other updates, you know I'll be the first to give it to you. Justice for Shanquella Robinson hopefully is on the way. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.